Hello guys, and welcome to an updated version of my Phantom Knights deck profile. You guys have been asking for this quite a long time, and first of all I got to thank you guys for the amazing support you've given me. I'm quite happy for the views, 320, that's a lot for me, never had that much. So first of all, I use this ultimate card flip and tray deck box, and all cards and everything I use will be linked in the description of this video. So without further ado, blah blah blah, you know the rest, what YouTubers say. I'm getting into the deck profile. First of all, Defrag Dragon. I express summon this card from my hand by sending one other monster from my hand to the graveyard. I can only special summon one Defrag Dragon once per turn. This way, if this card is sent in the graveyard, you can bash three monsters from the graveyard with the same name except Defrag Dragon. Special summon this card, blah blah blah. Good to have. One Armageddon Knight. If this card is summoned, you can send one dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. Blue Mountain Butterspy. You cannot normal summon / set this card. When you normal summon a warrior monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. It cannot be used as synchro, but we are playing Xyz. I run 2 copies of Phantom Knights of Fragile Armour. If a face-up Phantom Knight monster I control is destroyed, I can summon this card. From my hand. I can banish this card from my graveyard, then send one Phantom Knights card from your hand to the graveyard, from my hand to the graveyard, and then draw a card. Very good card. 3 copies of Effect Veiler. During your opponent's main phase, blah blah blah. Yeah, you can read it. I think you know what Effect Veiler does, but if you don't, there's text. Okay. I run 3 copies of Phantom Knights of Silent Boots, and if I control face-up Phantom Knight monster, I can special summon this card. I can banish this card from my graveyard, add one Phantom Knight spell trap card from my deck to my hand. Very good. Now for the next to last, 3 copies of Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. I can switch this card to defense position, and then give a dark monster I control 800+ attack and defense. I can banish this card from my graveyard, add any Phantom Knights card from my deck, except Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. Very good card. And for the last monster, I'm using a 3 Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. Basically, if I see someone using this, I get a 1000 attack bonus as long as this card is on the material. I can banish this card from my graveyard and send one Phantom Knights card from my deck to the graveyard. I can only use one of these effects, one of the banish effects. Yeah, you get it. You just read it. Okay, that's the monsters. Let's go over to my spells. I have 3 copies of Twin Twister. I can discard 1 card and target 2 face-up spell trap cards on the field, destroy them. 3 copies of that, very useful. I run 2 copies of Phantom Knight Spear. Here I can read it for you what it says, and you can also read right there. Each time your opponent activates a card or card effect that targets a Phantom Knights monster or Phantom Knights monsters you control, inflict fire and damage to your opponent immediately after it resolves, and it's a continuous spell card, so this is quite good. If a dark monster you control would be destroyed by a battle or opponent's card effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead. Very good last resort. Now, I know that you guys have been asking for this quite long. So now, since the new bandlist has come, Phantom Knights of Rank Up Magic Launch has been added to free, so I'm using 2 copies because I do not have 3 copies, which is quite sad. So yeah, you can read the card text. I cannot be bothered to read it. You can pause the video and read it. basically I can rank up one of my Xyz monsters and then add this card as a material. Very good card. I've been wanting to use this very well. And I'll show you what I'll combine this with. Basically, Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. Best monster in the game. Okay, I am using one Foolish Burial. Send one monster from your deck to your graveyard. Good in a Phantom Knight deck. Reinforcement of the Army. Add one level 4 or lower warrior monster from your deck to your hand. Very useful. One copy of a monster Reborn. You probably know what it does, but if you don't, here it is. Target one monster in the player's graveyard, special summon it. Very good. Veil of Darkness is new, I think. You can read it. During your draw phase, if you draw a dark monster, you can reveal any number of them, send them to the graveyard, then you can draw one more card. Very good card. Plan getting another copy. Dark Hole, basically just destroy all monsters on the field. Dark Eruption. Target one dark monster with 1500 or less attack in your graveyard, add the target to your hand. Basically Monster Reborn, but it goes to your hand. Okay. Now we have me traps. So I run 3 copies of Phantom Knight Shadow Veil. If this card's in your graveyard, and I get direct attack, especially on this card in defense position, read the other card text, and then if it's used as a normal trap, I basically just give my a monster I control 300 attack and defense. Yeah, you can read the card text right there. 3 copies of that. I run 2 copies of Phantom Knights of Mist Claws. It's add the Phantom Knights monster. Add target one banished Phantom Knights monster. Add that target to your hand. When your opponent's monster declares a direct attack while this card is in your graveyard, target one level 4 or lower Phantom Knights monster in your graveyard. Special summon that monster, and if you do, special summon this card as a normal warrior with the same version of attack. Yeah, I can read the rest. I cannot be bothered. Then I run 2 copies of Phantom Knight from Magnetring. I know that last time I said it's called Phantom Knights Magnet, or the Phantom Knights of Wrong Magnet or something, but it's actually Magnetring. So my bad on that part. It's basically a negate attack with banish this card from the graveyard, something like that. Yeah, you can read the card text right there. 2 copies of that. 1 copy of Phantom Knights of Shadow Bridge. I still haven't learned how to pronounce that. I'll have to look it up. Special summon this card as an individual. I can read it. I don't give a shit. Sorry YouTube for demonetization. Goddamn. Yeah. You can just read this. Then we have a Phantom Knight Sword, basically attack boost, you know, and then a last resort. You can just read card text. Pause the video on that. Phantom Knight's Fog Blade. I want to get more, but they're fucking expensive. At least for me, a fucking 12-year-old. Activate this card by targeting one effect monster on the field. Negate that monster's you see, it's just OP. Just read the card text. I'll give you a minute. It's quite OP. Then we have Phantom Knights of Tomb Sheild. Basically a trap. It's just a trap monster with a banish this card from your graveyard effect. You know, it just negates a trap effect by banish it. This card from the graveyard. You can read that by pausing the video. I think you all know what this card does, Mirror Force. You can just read the card text if you don't. Yeah. When opponent monster declares an attack, destroy all monsters your opponent. Blah blah blah, you get the point. Phantom Knights of Dark Gauntlets. Only one of these. Send one Phantom Knight spell trap card from your deck to the graveyard. Yeah, you can read the text. You know, it's basically a trap monster with an extra effect that's quite good. Now for the last card in my main deck, it is the Dimensional Barrier, the secret rare. Oh yeah, I'm using these sleeves, the Konami 20th anniversary something. Link to everything I use. Oh yeah, and this playmat. Yeah, I'm gonna just show you the card. There we go. You read it? Okay, give it 10 more seconds. Just kidding. You have enough time. Yeah, you read that. It's basically a negate or any one of the fusion ritual or pendulum. What the hell do you even call them? By the way, this playmat. It's a ultimate guard playmat. I think it's touch sensitive. I just don't want to break my IKEA desk. Please don't kill me. Okay, for my side deck, one Phantom Knight Sword, Phantom Knight's a Dark Gauntlet, Magical Mid-Breaker Field. I had this in my deck the last time, but didn't work out. Edge of the Ring. I think this is new. You can, yeah. Basically attack point boost. Dark Light, this brother that I've used once, quite good actually. Magician of Faith. This guy is just for last resort. I know nothing about side decking, so I just put whatever extra cards I had in this, you know, better to have them than to not have them. Now, Jesus Christ, I almost killed myself there by puking. Don't ask why I puke. Okay, I don't feel good. Phantom, this is my extra deck. Okay, one Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin, quite good actually, if you use something I can't remember. I know that it's in there for a reason. 3 copies of Phantom Knights of Breaksword, basically a popper of monster popping, or even any card popping actually. Blavier the Sea Dragon, add banished monsters to the field, basically special. My ace monster, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. You can detach. There we go, the nicer one. You can basically read the card text. You can dash 2 materials from discard and toggle 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half its current, and if it does, this card gains the lost attack. Basically, steal half your opponent's attack points by using all its overlay units. This card is new. Time Thief Redoer. It's basically a gambling card. I got from I don't know. You can read the card text. It's basically when your opponent draws something, you get a special, you know, effect. It's actually quite good for decking out your opponent if they're playing an OP deck defensive. Now here's what I'm gonna use the rank up magic launch for. This guy. This OP guy. Okay? Listen to this. 3 level 5 monsters, aka 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Okay, it's quite cool. You know, cool picture. Okay. If this card has Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon as material, it gains these effects. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change its attack to 0, and then this card gains attack equal to the monster's original attack points. So that's kinda cool. And listen to this. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then you can special summon 1 Xyz monster from your graveyard. This is hella OP. Especially if you use on the second guy, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, and then you literally just special summon a Rebellion Dragon, and this card goes to the graveyard. Like it's hella overpowered. So I think that's that for my deck. Oh yeah, I have the links. Where the hell did my link monsters go? They just go poof. No, seriously, where the hell are my links? Here they are. just using a proxy dragon. Like, they're literally just for summoning more monsters, except for this guy. Plan on getting another copy soon. Yeah, I think, you know, you can read the card text. Pause the video and read. New card. Pause the video and read. New card. And pause the video and read. So now that you know everything that my deck has to offer, you can build a new deck that counters this deck, which is actually quite easy if you're a little coward, aka using an overpowered Exodia deck. I hate you, Mr. Swedish guy. But yeah, that's my deck profile for February. I am maybe going to a locals next week. So in 2 weeks. 2 weeks I may be going to a local. So I may be vlogging that. Maybe. I'm not sure. But I'll update you guys. You guys asked for a Nordic deck profile. I am going to do my best with the cards I have right now. You know, I don't want to spend too much money, you know. I only get €5 a week, you know. So I'm trying my best to save, you know, and then buy a big collector series thing, you know. I don't know what. Yeah, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Deck Profiles. And there we go, epilepsy. See you guys.